या देवी सर्वभूतेषु शक्तिरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः या देवी सर्वभूतेषु मातृरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः या देवी सर्वभूतेषु मीरारूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः. Pujya Ma Bhagavati, Pujya Sri Arvind, you all are the chosen children of our Divine Mother. We must every moment go on feeling that really we are blessed, really we are blessed, really we are blessed. If we confess, if we admit and if we acknowledge, then it becomes our mantra. No need to have any formal mantra, or we should not be under any misunderstanding that any formal mantra if we start reciting and that will work miracles in our life. It is the state of consciousness in which we are living, and the state of consciousness pregnant with our inner intensity and inner integrality can be our best prayer. So all such things, rest of the things are all formalities. Formalities have no importance whatsoever in this sadhana. It is only the intensity of our psychic is to be born in our mind, then only mind can be purified. With thought, mind cannot be purified. With thought, we cannot charge the mind. With thought, we can distort the mind. With thought, we can deteriorate the mind. With thought, we can pollute the mind. The very first misunderstanding, that is good thoughts, better thoughts, thoughts based on faith, thought based on intellect, will make our mind healthy, wealthy and wise. On the contrary, it deteriorates our mind. Our meddling intellect misshapes the beauteous forms of the things. That is what Wordsworth wrote. And Sri Aurobindo, during the days of his earlier age in England, while moving in the Lake District, on the bank of Thermlear Lake, just communicating with Prakriti, communicating with nature, got messages what you are going to do in this life, what you are going to do in this life. The live communication with the nature can open up your inner chamber, can open up your inner reality, can make you to enter into your psychic with the means of your mind. It is this nature externally, if your ties with nature externally is properly, strongly established, then it can help you. And that is why all our ancient rishis, they were living in the forest to be in contact with the nature, to find out the real nature within. And they achieved longevity. They achieved healthy life. They achieved Niramaya Arogya. They achieved Omkar being translated in their life every moment. They achieved their breathings also to be the music of their life. And the music of their life becomes mantra. It is not mantra that is poetically in a better diction they have formed and framed. It is not mantra. Their experience is mantra. Their intensity of experience is mantra. Their intensity of psychic and mental connectivity is mantra, and that can help us also to realize their state. That is how Indian spirituality went on, Indian spirituality survived, and Indian spirituality is still immortal. That is what mother experienced. Though she is a Western lady, she experienced the real truth in totality of Indian spirituality. And that is mantra. And it is with that intensity of our integrality automatically and spontaneously formulated, not with efforts. Somebody will put hands on our head and we'll get everything is fantasy. Is fancy, is not reality. We'll have to sit silently for a while and try to look within. It is from the body we get formula, it is from the body we get diksha, it is from the body we get immortality, it is from the body we get the true and genuine light which can wipe out our mental darkness, our mental tamas, and ultimately death that is accepted by our mind first. As supramental enters from the leg, supramental enters even in the body of the mother from the leg, death enters from our mind. Death enters from our mind. If we don't think of death, death will not dare to enter into our consciousness. Consciousness is stronger than death. Consciousness is greater than death. Consciousness is more lightful than death. Death is a grand total of darkness. Death is a grand total of all negativities. Death is a grand total of all hostilities. As compared to the impact and captivization of hostility, the thinking of our psychic is greater. Thinking of our consciousness is greater. Intimations from our psychic are definitely greater, and they are the intimations directly from the Supreme Light. From Supreme Light. It is the play of light and darkness. It is the play of hostility and divinity. What is divinity? Divinity is light. Hostility is negativity. Created by our mind. So this is the master key mother invented and applied to her consciousness in this chapter. And the gateway mother opens up the chamber, inner chamber, looks at her new pattern of cellular reality within her body and makes passage to immortality for all of us, for entire humanity. And that passage to immortality is the over life, is the life of interim race, is the life beyond death, because it is the life beyond mind. If we can control and command our mind, if we realize the purity of our mind, then and then only this yoga lived by the mother can be an imperative impact on our consciousness. Mother writes, our mother spoke. How can you open up your over life? How can you open up your inner chamber, and how can you start trading this another world? These are all different worlds. What we call diction is different. Nomenclature is different. Experience is one and the same. Mother's experience is transition from mortality to immortality for entire humanity. It is not the moksha, it is not the salvation, it is not the resurrection like Jesus Christ for mother only, it is for the entire humanity. Mother's life from 1950 to 1973 is a way for all. As Lord Jesus Christ says, I am the way, I am the way, I am the way. Mother can also say, I am the way, I am the way. but I am the immortal way. My way is immortal. I am an immortal way. You can also adopt it. So how can we accept this new way, new integrality, new pattern, new world, new bowl, new reality, new relativity? All these words which we have seen are one and the same. It is only this seized mind, status of seized mind. Status of seized mind, mindless space, is only the ventilator through which we can enter into the zone of psychic, which is already there in our psychic, and the same light is there in the mind of the cells. Mind of the cells. If this terminology is made transparently accessible to us, we also can very spontaneously, without efforts, without conflict, without endeavor, enter into this zone. This is the beauty and the extreme reality of science behind this yoga. This is the only shortest cut, provided we must create our own power of conviction. But our mind doesn't allow. Our mind doesn't allow. Our mind is so preoccupied with our so many wrong calculations, wrong mathematics, wrong arithmetics, and wrong geometry. Wrong geometry. If inner geometry, inner integrality, inner total is changed, then our mathematics will be changed. And our mathematics will be changed, our calculation will be changed. Our calculation will be changed. The conclusion that we can draw will be so perfect that we can see clearly through our body's eye, through our third eye. Our blindness will be over. That is over life. Our calculation will be over. Our conflict will be over. Our wrong assumptions for us and for others will be over. Our wrong calculations for reality, circumstances, destiny, Bhagya and Durbhagya will be also over. This is the true and genuine spirituality of Indian culture, is to be put into practice by Mother for the first time, and within such a short time Mother realized and Mother experimented and Mother brought down the possibility, master possibility for immortality for the entire humanity. Is not a joke. Is not a joke. Is super reality. Ever brought down by any of the religions, ever brought down by any of the philosophies, and ever brought down by any of the vibhutis. He might be incarnation, he might be Tirthankar, he might be Gautam Buddha, he might be superhuman personality, up to now took place all over the world. All over the world. This is for the first time was brought down, was experienced, was demonstrated and opened up as a new passage to immortality. That is the experience of the Mother. Mother says, and I have this experience in instances that are concrete as possible. It is my concrete experience. I am not talking hypothetically. I am not talking on my assumptions. I am not talking on my hypothesis, but I am talking on my cellular experience. In my cell also the same experience is going on, and its pure, perfect, translucent and transparent reflection is being born on the clean mirror of my mind. Clean mirror of my mind. Mind becomes the mirror to receive the real experience at the cellular level in the new pattern. In the new pattern. If clarity is there as such we can instantly imagine and we can instantly expect, even from a simple photograph of the Mother, even from a simple photograph of ourselves. We can look to our photograph and we can say, this is my personality, this is my reality, this is my life, this is my body. This is my body. We cannot see our body completely. We can look to our picture and we can estimate, this is the geometry of my body, this is the mathematics of my body, this is the life that has been given to me as prasad by the Supreme Divine. So should I not consult my body to find out who is me? Who is me? And if we can get the answer from our body, that will be the master answer. Nobody will explain and nobody will define our life. We can define our own life, provided we can consult our mind regularly, rightly, appropriately, and we can give mind its own position instead of over-banking upon it. Over-banking upon it. That is the experience Mother did to enter into this over life. And I have this experience in instances, but in instances. First day in 1958 I had this experience. In 1962 I had this experience. In 1964 I had this experience. All quotations Satprem referred back to agendas, different volumes, collected in such a way to clear up his mind, to comprehend the real experiences of the Mother with his little intellect. Can we not do it? Can we not do it? This is our agenda. This is our agenda. This is not the agenda of the Mother. This is our agenda to shortcut, to find out the shortcut, to realize this supramental divinity for us to be eligible to enter into the life of an overman. Sarhom. Mother says Sarhom. This is interim race. We are no longer a human being. We are no longer human being right now. We are just somewhere beyond ordinary mental's extinction verge. Our mental extinction verge is crossed over by us unknowingly. We don't know it. We don't realize it, what we have done in this life. The moment we have seen first the photograph of Mother or Sri Aurobindo, either of them, accidentally, deliberately, with aspiration, with ambition, with greed, for getting something, selfishly. My this problem will be over, my that problem will be over. I will be like that, I will get this, I will get this. The mind is always tempted to even do the greater things and to solve the greater problems. Otherwise, mind cannot focus itself automatically on the problem. Solution is there and mind is competent to find out the solution, but mind will not try with wide sincerity anywhere without temptation. There must be a temptation. But if mind is diverted this way, doesn't matter. We are children of the Divine Mother. Chocolate is necessary. Some sort of temptation is necessary. And we are likely to be tempted by the chocolates, sweets, toys. We are playing with the toys every day, even at the age of 80, 90. Prior to completion of the century, we are playing with the toys. So it is natural to tempt the mind. Doesn't matter if mind is tempted, but if he is made to focus on the cellular reality, then we can have this over life available in this birth. For example, all of a sudden that sort of imperceptible displacement of consciousness occurs. Mental consciousness as supreme master of our reality today has to be replaced. That replacement is necessary. Mind is to be silent. Om Shantihi, Shantihi, Shantihi. Recitation of any mantra ultimately ends Om Shantihi, Shantihi, Shantihi. But mind cannot find out. Mind cannot find out. It is psychic that can offer peace, bliss, reality, truth in totality to us. That is what the Master Ki Mother found out. Replacement is inevitable. Mind is to be replaced by our psychic. Let our psychic be operative in this birth at least. Let our psychic be operative. Let us make room for our psychic to play. Let us make our room for our psychic to realize. Let us make our room in the jungle of mental projections and reactions. If we can pave the path for our psychic, at least to trade, at least to creep, if not trading. Let our psychic start its own creeping, secretly and silently. Then also our purpose will be served. That is what the guarantee given by the mother here in her explanation and occurrences. All of a sudden, that sort of imperceptible displacement of consciousness occurs, and you feel you are about to faint. You feel that you are about to faint. When your mind stops working, you feel that I am in coma. I am active. When you are active, how can we feel our activeness? How can we feel our consciousness? It is our wrong definition of being conscious. Sri Aurobindo frequently enters into consciousness and enters into unconsciousness. According to doctors at the time of his demise on 5th of December, many a times he was in coma and many a times he was conscious. But he becomes conscious at his will and he becomes unconscious at the will of his health, at the will of his body. When he wanted to open his eyes, Sri Aurobindo opened his eyes, looked to Champak Dada. Because he was entering into our life, we also can enter into our life. It was not unconsciousness, it was not disease, it was not suffering, it was not wrong negative compulsion of the body going towards death. He could open up his eyes. Kissed Champak Dadaji. Nirodha wrote. Nirodha noted down. Nirodha noted the last moments of Sri Aurobindo and was looking at the mother and the people who were present there. Consciously, no in coma, consciously looked at all of them. All of them. This is the threshold. This is this threshold, Lakshmana Rekha of mortality that has to be crossed over. Mind cannot, it is psychic that can cross it over. Can we not create that moment in our life consciously? That is how we can enter into this new life. Passage is already made. Mother has created passage for all of us. Now we have to follow her footprints. We have to follow her footprints. And if we can follow her footprints, then we can have the same experience as Sri Aurobindo had and Mother had. That was the reconfirmation. Mother's experience is the reconfirmation of the experience of Sri Aurobindo. Reconfirmation. That is Kalki Narayan. Sri Aurobindo experienced theoretically. Formula was created. Real mantra was created. Real methodology was created. Real system was created. System of replacement of psychic, replacement of mind with the means of psychic. But this is the way only. So psychicality is to be activated. We can feel mind is activated. We can experience body is activated. We can experience vital is activated. We cannot experience psychic is activated. That lacking is to be removed. And if we can remove that lacking, we can have the same experience. You feel yourself about to faint. And if we try, we feel fainted. Why? Because we don't feel our mind active. We are used to have the activization of mind and to live under the patronization of mind. Try at least for a moment to be under the patronization of psychic. Then you will feel that immortality is not far away from us. Immortality is nearer, 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 and so nearer that it is in our body. So nearer. All the blood rushes from your head to your feet. See, all the blood rushes from head to the feet. You can feel your circulation. And if you can feel the circulation of your body, circulation of the blood in your body, can you not feel the consciousness being circulated in our body? It is the consciousness that makes blood circulate in our body. No pumping, external pumping is there. Heart is pumping the blood, but who pumps the heart? It is psychic. Who makes the heart operative? Who makes the brain operative? Who makes the body active and conscious? That energy is there. We don't know the art of its operativity. It is the art of consciousness that is to be mastered by us. We are slaves of the mind. We never used mind to be our white horse as Kalki. Now Lord Krishna, after being Kalki, started riding this horse of mind from overmind to supermind. Lord Krishna, in the incarnation of Lord Kalki, operated his mind in such a way that a white horse has created a real way, a new path, sunlit path, and in the direction of sun, as Alexander the Great rode. Similarly, the mind of the white horse of Lord Kalki Narayan, that is Sri Krishna supramentalized, has paved this path for all of us. That is our life. But then, if the consciousness is caught in time, our lifespan has been given to us to catch this conscious flow, this conscious movement, this conscious reality. Mental reality is at hand, and mental reality is a part of our experience. Conscious reality, reality of consciousness is not up to this moment our reality ever experienced by us. That is to be done. And you are out, but then if the consciousness is caught in time is written in capital. So mother must have authentically uttered in time. Let it be in time, let it be in time. Time will pass away. Time will pass away. Concentrate on it. In time. That doesn't happen. If it is not caught in time, it happens. If it is not caught in time, still it will happen. Still it will happen. And it happens. It happens within us. We have not decided. We should sit this way. We are habituated to sit for 2 minutes meditation. Is it a meditation? This is meditation. This is meditation. It is spontaneous, natural, automatic, where the entire integrality of our body, mind, vital and psychic takes place. This is replacement. This is replacement. Therefore, I have the very clear impression that what is interpreted as death in people's ordinary consciousness, all the external signs and everything only indicate a failure to restore the consciousness to its true position. We don't restore the consciousness in its true position, that is our march towards death. If it is given U-turn and mind is replaced by our consciousness, then our march will be towards sun, not towards sunset. Not towards sunset. This is the key only. With all abhyas, with all practice, with all rehearsal, we can have it. Lifespan is given for this very purpose. Consciousness, all the external signs and everything only indicate a failure to restore the consciousness to its true position fast enough. I fully realize this. This is just my experience. This is my example. That is what I am putting it. This is my agenda, and my agenda is your agenda. My agenda is your agenda. I fully realize that words are totally inadequate to express the experience. Even these words are not adequate to express this experience fully before you. But still, Satprem, I try my level best to present it before you. Take it seriously. Take it exemplary. Take it demonstrative. Take it a master stroke. Take it mantra. Take it formula. Take it truth in relativity, but absolute truth. I fully realize that words are totally inadequate to express the experience, but this is perhaps on the way to the knowledge of the thing. This is perhaps to know the death. If you can know the death, then there is possibility for you to experience immortality. Without knowing death, you cannot experience immortality. You must first of all define death in reality. Experience. But this is perhaps on the way to the knowledge of the thing, that is death. Knowledge means the power to change, doesn't it? Power to change. You have got power to change what? Death. You have got power to change death. Replacement is undertaken, then you can change your death. Change your death. We also can change our death. That is the assurance given to us by the Mother. Thing. Knowledge means the power to change, doesn't it? And I do feel that something is leading me towards the discovery of that power. Something is leading me, supramental is leading me towards the discovery of that power within me to be awakened, which can change my death too. And I do feel that something is leading me towards the discovery of that power. That knowledge naturally, through the only possible means, the actual experience, and with a great many precautions, because I can sense it. At this moment I can sense that this is the power which is within me. I can change it. I can replace mentality. I can replace hostility. I can replace the possibility of my death if I can change the way. That is mrutyur ma amrutam gamaya. Death is hovering over me. Still I can invite my own immortality. I can make passage for my own immortality. I can make passage for my psychic consciousness. I can make passage for my mamaivanso jiva loke jiva bhuto sanatana. That soul is to be given opportunity. Soul is to be given velocity. Soul is to be given dynamics, and soul is to be given movement. Soul is to be given movement which can change our destiny. We have accepted death to be inevitable. Now accept consciousness to be inevitable. Accept psychic reality to be inevitable. If your mind makes room for psychic to work, then immortality knocking at your door is there. It is knocking at your door. That is over life. That is over life. We people are just standing on the threshold of the over life. We cannot expect that thousands and crores of people will follow us and will accept immediately this thing, because they will have still to move horizontally into the circling track of mind. They are still required to move in the circling track of mind, unless and until the circling track of mind is not broken with the hammer, as golden hammer ultimately made room for supramental to enter in the zone of earth. Similarly, we also will have to strike the hammer on our inertia of mind to make supramental to enter into the inner zone of our reality, and that is cellular reality. Light will reach there, and light will make a possibility reality for us, and we can have it. And with a great many precautions, because I can sense that, I can sense that. It is dangerous, Satprem writes. Satprem is still fearful. Satprem is still fearful, looking to the mother's experience, looking to the mother's struggle, looking to the mother's conflict, looking to the mother's confidence. At this age, Satprem is still doubtful. It is dangerous to be sure. See, dangerous to be sure. I cannot be sure that this can happen. What is our case? What is our case? We also should not look to it. It's not possible, not possible. No, it is possible. It is possible. Let it be our confidence. Let it be our faith. And it is not blind faith. It is transparent, scientific, and put into practice by our God, by our Guru, by our inmates, by our world mother, by the Supreme Mother. Whom shall we find out? And whom shall we find out elsewhere for our demonstration? Trust, faith is there. Faith should be there. And faith should be actively put into practice. You may not get hold of the right position fast enough, though you will not get the right position fast enough or immediately. Oh, I just started reading this, I just started listening to this, and tomorrow I will be like that. No. We'll have confidently to put this into practice. Mother is there to help you. Mother is there to help you. God created this way for us, and God will live on our behalf. God will conquer death on our behalf. God will conquer our death. God will conquer our death. That is immortality. And she did. Mother did it. We have seen with our own eyes. We have seen with our own eyes. And still we are not confident. It is misfortune, nothing else. It is misfortune. We invited. We closed our eyes and we are blind. How are we blind? How we cannot see? Because of us we cannot see. Nobody else has come to close our eyes. We closed it. We closed it. We are not Dhritarashtra. We are Gandhari. We are not Dhritarashtra. We are Gandhari. Mother has given us opportunity. Mother has given us opportunity. But the essential fact is that life and death are the same thing. Life and death are the same thing. It is the only question of your right choice on your part. If your instrument is right, if your antenna is well set, if your connectivity is opened up, if your connectivity is made active, if your link is made active, then you are made to have right choice. You cannot but select. You cannot but choose the right course of action, and the right course of action is a way to immortality. The same thing. It's not a matter of cancer or 90 years of wear and tear. It's not a matter of cancer. That this is the cancer and because of I die. This is the disease and that is why I die. No disease. Only conscious hygiene is there. Conscious hygiene. But it should be felt consciously. It should be felt consciously. Years of wear and tear, which are the cause of then all medical science is wrong. Their medical science is wrong. New therapy is required. Therapy of consciousness. Therapy of psychic. Simply speaking, therapy of light. Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya. From Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya to new Gayatri, Nutana Gayatri, Varam Rupam Jyoti. This Varam Rupam Jyoti is psychic, that is within us. Everybody has got this Sanjeevani to realize immortality. But we don't know it, we don't activate it, we don't put it into practice. That is dangerous for me. That is my doubt. Can I do it? No, I cannot do it. I saw mother doing it, still I cannot do it. That is what Satprem writes. Why then all medical science is wrong? We are stuck in a mortal bowl. We are stuck in a mortal bowl. We are the lovers we are the lovers to be the prisoners of mortality rather than the master of immortality. The doctors are 100% right, but they are treating an illusion. Doctors are 100% right, but they are treating the illusion. Treating the illusion. This is Maya. See, profound reality understood by Satprem but could not put into practice is still doubtful to put this into practice. Now, the whole question is to understand that change of position, that is the change of replacement. Consciousness is to be given scope to be active in place of mind. Not mind is to be given absolute authority. That is the replacement needed. Mother's comprehension of the phenomenon was further enhanced of a strange experience triggered by the death or a disciple. Briefly, the disciple was walking in a state of inner concentration without paying much attention to the material world. He bumped into something, tripped and fall, fracturing his skull. After attempting this, what the example mother quotes, Satprem quotes, in order to convince himself. We never try to look within and try to convince ourselves. We are not talking to our body, nor we are talking to our mind. We are simply exciting the conflict within us. We are simply exciting the conflict within us and we are afraid of that conflict. We create the darkness and we are afraid of the darkness. We switch off the light and we are afraid of the darkness. Cause is also within us and consequence is also within us. The doctors pronounced him dead. During all this time, the disciple came to mother in his very alive consciousness. He was near her, peaceful as if pursuing his meditation. Patient declared that disciple dead. One disciple might be there. That is what Satprem quotes the example of it. He is dead, but he presented himself before the mother as alive. As alive. Gunwant Kaka did the same thing. Presented himself before the mother as alive. Mother felt a violent shudder in the disciple and he was gone. At the exact moment that his body was being burned on the funeral pyre, the mother explained. his body was on the. This is the example of Gunwant Kaka that is noted by Satprem. And at that time, his body was burnt there, cremated there in Bombay. In the state, mother says, in the state he was in, it made no difference to him whether he was dead or alive. He was dead or alive, it makes no difference. That is what is so interesting, mother says, and it's because they burnt him that he was suddenly put in contact with the destruction of the form of his body. His body was put into the fire and body was burnt out. But he came alive because still he loves his body. After getting it totally burnt out there in Bombay, still he loves his body and he came before mother. That was his aspiration, his psychic aspiration, his psychic connectivity, his psychic prayer, his psychic intensity. We don't have this psychic intensity, and with the result we are the victims of the hostility of our mind.